is the Thrustmaster Warthog A10C flight stick and throttle. It's a HOTAS system standing for hands-on throttle and stick that replicates the actual HOTAS of the real A10C Warthog, so much so that it's actually certified by the US Air Force. Now obviously this is designed for one purpose, which is to be used in flight simulators like DCS for flying the A10C, but it can also be used in any flight or space simulator game as well, and its huge array of buttons and switches can be customised to suit anything you want. Now it is worth noting that as this system is designed as a true high quality replica, and when I say high quality I mean this is on a completely different level to everything else that we currently sell, so it might not offer you the best experience when it comes to games that require super fast arcade style inputs. It has been designed to have an ultra realistic feel, and each of the buttons and triggers that you can see here have been movement and pressure tuned to match the real A10C to give you the most immersive in-flight experience. Now, as you can well imagine, I haven't actually flown an A10C Warthog myself, but I can say that the feel and quality of everything about this is absolutely fantastic. The entire system comes as two units, the joystick and the dual throttles with control panel, each of which has its own USB connection to the PC. But you can also purchase these individually as well, should you want just the stick or just the throttle. The movement of the stick has a really good weight to it without feeling springy. It just feels really precise. The buttons are next level too as well compared to anything else that I've tried, and Thrustmasters say they've been tuned to feel like the real plane. For example, the main trigger is quite stiff in comparison to most joysticks, and it has huge travel as it's a two-stage button. The other buttons have a real weight to them as well, and they feel very purposeful. This should make this stick fantastic for real flight simulators where inputs are much slower and pressing buttons is less frequent, but it could result in tired hands and missed button presses if you were playing something like Star Wars Squadrons. That's not a bad point though. As I say, this is designed to offer a real feel, and it 100% delivers on that front. The entire stick here is made out of metal with a super stable weighted base weighing over 3 kilograms. Only the knobs and buttons are in plastic, meaning it feels incredibly sturdy and premium. The base plate that you can see here can be removed from the stick for mounting in a sim cockpit, but it also has these screw holes that you can see here should you want to mount it this way. Now, apart from the obvious X and Y axis, the joystick features 19 action buttons in total, 2 pinky push buttons, one with a lever, one exposed, 1 metal dual trigger, 2 standard push buttons, 1 4-way hat that has push functionality, 2 8-way hats and 1 8-way point of view hat. It's got 16-bit resolution, which means that you get 65,536 positions for both the X and Y axis, which basically means it's extremely precise. The stick features a 5-coil spring system for firm, linear and fluid tension with no dead zones. And as it's a replica of the real A10C stick, all the buttons are easily reachable and intuitively placed. Now, it's worth noting here that you will also need to purchase a separate set of rudder controls to go with this stick, as it doesn't have any built-in support, so you will need to factor that into the overall cost of your setup. Again though, this stick is all about realism, not maximum flexibility like some of the cheaper options. Now let's move on to the dual throttles. Again, like the stick, the quality here is off the scale. Everything feels and looks amazing and gives you a true sense that you're piloting rather than just controlling. The throttle lever themselves have 17 action buttons in total, plus 1 mouse hat with push button and 1 8-way point of view hat. And of course, you get that realistic pressure on all of the buttons and switches. They just feel incredible. You get the option to separate the 2 levers if you want for independent engine control, or it has a locking system with a latch which attaches the 2 throttles together for a single throttle. It's got 14-bit resolution on each of these throttles, giving 16,384 positions for each of the throttle arms. So again, extremely precise, and you can adjust the resistance of the levers using this wheel here. Then moving down onto the control panel here, this features a further 15 action buttons, 1 trim wheel and a number of push buttons, again with realistic pressure for pilot experience identical to that on a real airplane, coupled with the backlit functions and 5 programmable LEDs making viewing in low light easy. Both the stick and the throttle incorporate the Thrustmaster HOTAS system, standing for Hall Effect Accurate Technology, which uses built-in frictionless magnetic 6 sensors that help to provide that ultra-precise movement resolution, and they won't wear out over time like traditional mechanical systems. For setup, the Warthog uses Thrustmaster's Target software, which offers you everything you need to test, configure and program your flight system with the option of basic, advanced and script programming levels. Target includes built-in presets for well-known games, both recent and older titles, and will let you create new presets too. So in summary, if flight realism and realistic level quality are what you're looking for at any cost, then the Thrustmaster A10C Warthog flight system should 100% be on your list, along with a suitable set of rudders. Pretty much nothing out there right now is going to match it for realism. However, if you just don't have money to burn and you aren't really bothered about getting right into the details of a proper flight simulator like DCS, then you may find there are other options like the Thrustmaster T16000M that will be better suited for the types of games that you want to play. If the Warthog is right for you though, you can get yours now at scan.co.uk.